Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trades Talk Tuesdays. I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You can call me Pop for short. So another Tuesday. Here we are. We'll have to put the word out here. I had forgotten to do that. I got so wrapped up in things that I just got to put the word out on Twitter that I'm live. I'm just gonna type it out here. And welcome, Jake D. Nice to see you. Yuck, manual labor. Ooh. Nobody likes the grunt work. I'm not a big fan of it. And you'll do some manual labor in the trades, but it won't be as bad as if you are actually a laborer doing the backbreaking work. There we go. Tweet sent. There we go. All done. I hope everyone's doing well today. It was a rainy day today, but we needed it because of all the grass fires that are happening around the province. So let's hope that those get all put out and we don't have to worry about smoke in the air. So as I so often do, I'll start this out with the news of the week in industry. And that'll be courtesy of Plant Magazine. Let's see if there's anything that sort of catches my eye here as to whether good things are going on or not so good things. Loblaw to purchase electricity in Alberta that is generated by wind, sun, and water. Loblaw's is the, from what I understand, that's the, they own a lot of supermarkets and all that. Hydro-Quebec and Cap O'Mules partner in Eco District project. Loblaw call out ongoing outsized price hikes from big brand name food companies. Explosion rips off roof of pharmaceutical plant. Worker missing. Let's have a look at that. No. Let's try that again. Okay, obviously they don't have a link to that article. Chocolate factory workers in Pennsylvania say they smelled rotten eggs before blast. Well, rotten eggs is usually H2S smell, so I'm wondering what happened. So if anybody's around Pennsylvania, we'll have to see if they know anything more about it. That's how safety classes happen. Yes, Jake D, you got her. Oh, and if you saw my little animated GIF for this stream, it was the guy getting hoisted up by his harness and whipped around by an excavator. Looks like it's fun, eh? Starts off here. You'd have to burn your boots if it went that far north. What? No Pennsylvania? Oh, okay. Workers at a Pennsylvania chocolate factory smelled rotten eggs before a powerful natural... Oh, okay, so it was mercaptan they were smelling. Because that's what they add to natural gas to give it a smell. It's mercaptan. So before a powerful natural gas explosion that leveled one building, heavily damaged another, and killed 7 people, federal safety officials said on May 2nd in a preliminary report. Oh, there's going to be a big investigation there. I can tell you. Whenever people die and there's explosions, yeah, that place is not going to be running for a long time. The National Transportation Safety Board's 5-paragraph account of the fatal explosion confirmed earlier reporting by the Associated Press and other media outlets that employees had detected an odor of natural gas at the R.M. Palmer Company factory in West Reading, a small town 60 miles northwest of Philadelphia. About 70 Palmer production workers and 35 office staff were working in 2 adjacent buildings. At the time of the March 24th blast, according to the agency's report, and employees in both buildings told federal investigators they'd smelled gas. Yankees, Jake D?
Oh, well, Yankees! Don't like them Yankees.
Employees from Building 2 recalled that they were sanitizing equipment in the building when they detected an odor of natural gas. The employees in Building 1 recalled the smell of rotten eggs around the same time. The agency's report said natural gas is odorless, but a foul-smelling odorant called mercaptan is added to alert people to leaks. Exactly like I said earlier. Federal investigators said a natural gas-fueled explosion and fire destroyed Building 2, caused significant damage to Building 1 and other structures, and injured 11 people and displaced 3 families from a nearby apartment building. Wow. The probe has been focused on a natural gas pipeline as safety investigators try to figure out the cause. UGI Corp provided natural gas to the factory complex via 2 mains. UGI said there wasn't any utility work going on in the area and it detected no sudden surge in gas usage before the explosion, the report said. Workers at the plant have accused R.M. Palmer of ignoring warnings of a natural gas leak, saying the plant should have been evacuated. Tricia Borges, who survived the explosion, previously said that she and others had complained about a natural gas odor for about 30 minutes before the factory blew up. Borges' arm caught fire as flames engulfed the building. She then fell through the floor into a vat of liquid chocolate. Yikes. Well, whoever the owners of this chocolate factory, they're probably going to be on the hook, and maybe even the UGI Corp, the company that provides the natural gas. They better investigate as to when the last time their gas lines were tested to see if there's any leakage. What else we got here? Indigenous Zero Waste Technical Advisory Group partnership with 3 Canadian stewardship agencies. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Loblaws. What? Can't even get that one? What's the matter with you? Okay, it's got that article. What about this one about electricity? Nope. Huh. Hey, Plant Magazine, fix up your website. This is no good. People come here to look for articles, and you don't have them. All right. Well, moving along then. Seeing as how let's see what's on the main page here. Come on now. There we go. Ford's transforming Ontario plant into Oakville Electric Vehicle Complex. Not very caught up on any of the current dates. There we go. All right. Well, there should be something else here. Let's see. MRO magazine. See if this has any latest ones. They haven't updated since April the 12th. That's disappointing. All right. Well, you know what? Moving along then. Moving along. Here's a good article I found. What are the skilled trades? So if you're new to the skilled trades, or if you're wondering about them, you haven't ever considered going into them, Here's an article for you. When people think of skilled trades, there are a few that immediately spring to mind. The reality is that there are more than 300 designated trades in Canada. Generally, these trades fall within four main categories. Construction, which includes trades such as electricians, carpenters, plumbers, pipefitters, welders, heavy equipment operators, and painters, among others. Transportation includes trades such as automotive service technicians and painters, heavy-duty equipment technicians, motorcycle mechanics, and more. There's manufacturing, including trades such as tool and die makers, industrial mechanics, or millwrights, precision metal fabricators, among others. And a service industry, including trades such as landscape horticulturalists, cooks and hairstylists, and more. In 2015, 76% of apprentices who successfully completed their program were working in one of 56 Red Seal trades. Red Seal means that you can just work across the country. If you don't get a Red Seal, you have to stay in your province and do your trade there. This interprovincial program allows for the mobility of skilled workers across Canada. Red Seal endorsed tradespeople can practice anywhere in Canada where their trade is designated without having to write further examinations. Increasingly, the traditional trades are evolving into technologically advanced jobs and careers. There is a requirement in these fields to combine mental abilities such as advanced math and computer programming with manual skills. CNC machining, mechatronics, mobile robotics, and precision machining are among some you may want to explore. Check out the Skills Competencies Canada website information on these and other exciting career options. Not all trades performed in all provinces' territories. Industry needs differ across Canada. As a result, not all trades are practiced in every province and territory. Each province and territory regulates apprenticeship within its borders, ensuring systems respond to the unique industrial, economic, and geographic realities of their region. Apprentices in designated trades must be registered with the provincial territorial regulatory body and are subject to standards and training requirements set out by governing legislation. Check out the list of apprenticeable trades in your region. And here's the provinces you're in, and it'll show you British Columbia. You go to this place. So in every province, you can pick and see or check the list of apprenticeable trades, depending on what province or territory you're in. Thinking about a career in the trades, the need for skilled tradespeople is increasing throughout Canada. There are well-paid, fulfilling opportunities for you to consider. Learn about the variety of options available and get started on your path to a career today. If you're just not sure where to start, try our Trades Explorer tool. Well, let's do that. Let's click on that, see what happens. Welcome to Trades Explorer. Answer these 10 questions, and the Trades Explorer will suggest some areas you might want to explore. There are no right or wrong answers, and don't be afraid to try something new. You can always pick a different one next time. Start exploring. Everybody uses tools of some kind in their work. Select the one that appeals to you most. Unpowered hand tools, powered hand tools, machinery, heavy-duty machinery, computers, or diagnostic equipment. Trades Explorer Waifu Mechanic. Hey, Godzillionaire, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. So, what does everybody think? What should we pick here? I mean, I leave it up to you guys. You should pick something here. I've already got my trade, so. What does everybody want to do? Unpowered hand tools, powered hand tools, machinery, heavy-duty machinery, computers, or diagnostic equipment? Phantom Hooligans, hey, dropping a like, thanks. Appreciate that. Good to see you guys. I am broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. Hoping to see some people on the Rumble side. And you too can be like the Phantom Hooligans and drop a like. And hey, even subscribe if you feel like it. Where's the independently wealthy option? You know, I've been trying to find that one for the longest time. Alright, well, you know what? I think I will pick one then. Let's just pick machinery. See what it gets us here. The trades are all about making, operating, and maintaining things. Select the task that appeals to you most. Build large structures, operate heavy equipment, operate machinery, assemble, construct, or finish. Repair, maintain motors or engines, and provide personal services. Shall we build large structures? Different trades work with different types of materials. Select the type that appeals to you most. Wood or masonry, cement, piping and ducting, metal and iron, wiring controls, computers, diagnostic equipment, food, beauty products, or motors and mechanical engines. That is a turbine right there. Well, let's work with some metal and iron. Imagine you are choosing a sport to play at a competitive level. Would you prefer to be on a big team, small team, or choose an individual sport? Ooh, what do we like? Do we like being on a big team, a small team, or just being like the lone wolf? Mama D called. What'd you miss? We're trying to pick a trade here. We're going through the Trades Explorer, and it's asking us questions. So, question number 4 is, would you prefer to be on a big team, small team, or choose an individual sport? I think small team is good. Small team, we'll pick that. Would you pick a sport that is played mostly indoors or outdoors? Does either team contain waifu? You know, we want women in the trades. I mean, I do. You know, you're tired of a sausage fest all the time. You really want to have something nice to look at. Can you run the team? I don't know, Jake D, can you? Are you going to run the team? I think working indoors is better. You think you could handle working in tight spaces? Yes. You think you could handle working in high spaces? Oh, are we scared? Yes. There's yes, but only on a ladder, or no. We'll say yes. Don't worry about heights. What kinds of math functions have you been able to do in the past? Whole numbers, fractions, decimals, percentages, conversions, algebra, area, perimeter, volume, powers, roots, geometry, trigonometry. Ooh, they are really throwing it at you, eh? You like how they don't show the Canadian winter for outdoors? Yeah. Bundled up, 6 feet of snow. What's wrong? It's outside. Well, let's just do this guy here. Do you play a lot of first-person or adventure video games? Why would it ask that? What's a whole number? What language is that? Some type of Elvish? Yeah, Godzillionaire. Megovanen. When you play your favorite game, how do you learn how to improve? Search online for tips and tricks, study and copy techniques of professional players, read and participate in expert. Find and read information, screens, or maps inside the game. I usually search online for tips and techniques. Mission accomplished. Here are your results. Here's a good fix, or a good fit, everyone. Glassworking, a glazer or automotive glass technician. That's what we got. These areas might be also of interest to you and worth exploring further, so these are worth exploring. Scream obscenities at the screen. Yeah. That's how we get better. So worth exploring are welding, welder, industrial mechanic, boilermaker, auto body repair. Okay. Heavy equipment operation. Nice. Heavy equipment service, interior systems, an insulator, lather, ironworking, plumbing and piping, sheet metal work. There we go. That's pretty good. So, as long as you answer these questions honestly, what you like to do, I'm sure it'll spit out something that'll be right up your alley of interest. There must be something like this on the American side too. I realize it's Canadian stuff, but it should translate over fairly easily, I would think, to our American comrades. That's the Black Tongue of Mordor. I will not speak it here. Godzillionaire. Yeah, the American version devotes the first 9 questions to pronouns. How many theys and a them type stuff? That's the math version. Well, all right, everybody, let's keep moving along here. But I hope you guys consider trying this out. This is a pretty neat looking, let's see, copy, and this, and that. There's the link to it if you guys want to try it out yourselves. I'll throw that in the chat, and you guys can have a look if you're so inclined, or pass it along to someone for them to have a look at. It's pretty neat. Moving right along then. I found this today article. Many of the key issues, supply chain delays, rising material costs, labor shortages, will continue to affect the market in 2023. This is from Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning magazine. HPAC. Oh, and a welcome to Angry Canadian. Good to see you. Hope you're on the mend there. Things are getting better for you. As far as I recall, you got another, couple days to go in the old hospital? But we hope you're all healing up. So, on the article here, in today's volatile economy, success isn't guaranteed. Many of the key issues, supply chain delays, rising material costs, labor shortages, will continue to affect the market in 2023. Continued unpredictability will make it a challenge to manage costs and schedules and will likely lead to slimmer profit margins. Yet firms with a well-developed risk management and insurance strategy are more likely to remain profitable and resilient, especially if they take the opportunity to confront the labor shortage head-on and make changes to attract the right workers to join their teams. And hello there, Nerdtorial Lifeform. Nice to see you. It has been a while. Maintaining profitability. All signs point toward a slowdown of the construction industry, with inflation hitting milestones and interest rates rising. New construction is expected to slow across the board. Prices for plastic and rubber broke records last year, growing 19% in the first quarter of 2022. Price of copper has been somewhat volatile. And ongoing material shortages continue to hamper building and profits. The labor shortage is another major challenge, especially with baby boomers continuing to retire in the next several years. That is one of the problems I've been telling everybody the whole time on my streams here, is that the baby boomers are retiring and there's nobody to fill the positions that they're leaving open. Skilled tradespeople are in short supply. In addition, with 3 out of 4 Canadians certain they would never join the skilled trades, the shortage will likely get worse before it gets better. That's just amazing. 3 out of 4 are certain they would never join the skilled trades, and they don't know what they're missing. Even with all these problems, it looks far better than the banking sector these days. Yeah, I've heard. I was just watching a video today about the banking sector, and I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy called Mike Maloney, but he put out a good video today about the banks. Mama D called back, gonna be AFK. That's okay, Jake D, no problem. You deal. Mama D comes first, you know. But yeah, guys, I've listened to Mike Maloney. He seems pretty knowledgeable on this stuff, and he has an excellent video series about the history of the banking and financial institutions. It's quite a good watch. I really enjoyed how he just explains everything in plain language. So he is a good guy to watch if you want to learn about monetary history. Don't anger Mama D. You got her, Godzillionaire. The article continues. On the plus side, the industry is increasingly utilizing new digital solutions to optimize operations and risk management. This openness to technology does open the door to cyber risk, but the data analytics that come from this adoption can also boost performance and reduce risk across the board. As a result, insurance rates have begun to stabilize, although cyber insurance coverage is expected to remain elevated at 20% to 40% higher than last year. Mama D sounds like a Metroid boss. Oh, like the mother brain! You ever watched Captain N, the Game Master? That was excellent show. I loved watching that one. They did pretty well. Continuing on, renewing vitality. Nearly all industries are struggling to attract and retain talent today, yet the construction industry has been harder hit than most, with roughly 77,000 job vacancies in late 2022. Many firms are having difficulty finding qualified workers, and unfortunately skilled workers aren't made overnight. Contracting companies that introduce strong benefit packages and focus on creating safe workplaces will do a better job attracting and retaining workers. Some firms are offering dental and paramedical benefits, as well as paid leave and employer-sponsored retirement plans to qualified workers. The government is adding extra incentives with programs designed to encourage the hiring of first-year Red Seal apprentices. Yeah, and that's okay. The companies need to get on this. The hiring of apprentices is a good idea. They should hop on it right away before the older workers they have decide to retire. You need people to fill in the gaps that are left. Building resilience. After the ups and downs of the last several years, the construction insurance market is stabilizing and rates remain relatively steady, with the exception of some higher hazard classes. Yet, expectations have increased. Carriers are looking for certain risk mitigation measures such as water shutoffs, video surveillance, and additional security provisions. Higher interest rates and inflation over the next year may lead to an increase in subcontractor default. Savvy contractors will understand the importance of closing those exposure gaps through insurance policies and carefully selecting partners who do the same. Construction firms, for their part, will also be focusing on mitigating risk. It will be a good idea to require additional worker training in order to reduce accidents and injuries on site. This will also help avoid the ever-increasing health and safety and other regulators' fines and penalties. Job sites may need to invest in technology to reduce the risk of flood and fire, and some firms will become more open to alternative materials to alleviate some of the supply chain issues and pricing concerns while advancing sustainability. Going high-tech. Although the industry has put it off as long as possible, even mechanical contractors are now adopting digital solutions for their business. Automated building techniques are becoming more popular. For example, the City of Toronto has a swimming robot to help safely maintain sewer pipes by revealing potential issues. Wearables such as smart helmets and exosuits are keeping workers safe and efficient. I have not seen any of these exosuits they're talking about yet, or smart helmets, so it hasn't made it into my industry yet, or where I'm at. And while these advances improve productivity, reduce workplace accidents, and address the labor shortage, they also make the industry more vulnerable to cybercrime. Contractors and contracting firms will need to develop a technology plan, including regular training and multi-factor security protocols to protect themselves. Make a plan. In 2023, good things don't just come to those who wait. Set your firm up for success by developing a plan. Here are some initial considerations. Offer personalized benefits for your team. So this is giving hints to, looks like employers, if they want to get the skilled tradesmen over to where they are. In a world where skilled workers are rare, attract the best and most capable to your organization through the right benefits package. Workers who have health care, sick days, and paid time off are more likely to stick around, knowing their employer cares about their safety and well-being. Understand your organization's risk profile. A construction company doesn't operate independently. It works closely with contractors and vendors, among others, to achieve a goal. Yet each of these partners adds risk. Be sure you pre-qualify contractors and ensure they share the same standards of safety and risk management that you do, and work with the expert to be sure you have enough insurance to protect your organization as a whole. Angry Canadian, you can enjoy Tears of the Kingdom and a juicy hamburger. There you go. Looking forward to that. I got a call today from GameStop telling me that they're going to have a midnight release, so I could come and pick my copy up on Thursday between 10 o'clock and midnight. But I'm going to be sleeping then, so I can wait. I can wait. It's going to be a work day on Friday anyway. What else we can do? We can develop a formal training program and implement it. While safety is a major concern for many firms, it's no question that proper training reduces incidents and improves retention. Make safety an important value of the organization and be sure workers understand the commitment, set clear and achievable expectations, and follow them. Work with, not against your broker. Your broker is a valuable member of your team. Be sure all team members know and understand your company policies and practices so it's easy to identify the best coverage options. Despite the market challenges, a new or renewal insurance policy is achievable after solid planning. Start at least 90 days prior to insurance policy renewal to renew your insurance needs and careful review of the options. This also offers an opportunity to make changes and risk management practices in order to secure a stronger option. By the way, you have any background on resume building? Not sure if that's something you would commit an episode of Trade Talk. You know what? That is a good idea, because getting this job that I'm at now, I had help with a friend of mine who knows people that are HR representatives in like some oil companies like Shell or Petrocan. And he said when you submit a resume online, there's an algorithm that looks it over and it looks for keywords. So he told me some of those keywords to use in my resume. And I don't know if it helped, but I mean, I got an interview. So I think that is a good idea. That is a really good idea. Devoting an episode of Trades Talk to resume building. Yeah, that is a good idea. I'm definitely gonna write that down right now. The old-fashioned way. Got the old pen and paper, because that's what I do. And I'm just gonna write it down here. Resume building. All right. There we go. Thanks for that one, AC. That's a good idea. You never know where they're going to come from. So this wasn't the best article. It's just I wish they would have went into more about how the shortage and how they're going to need and which areas they're going to need to fill in. But, well, not much. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. The reason you bring it up is because you just submitted a resume for a job application, and I'm curious what your expertise in that is. I like to think of course, nobody likes to think they're wrong, but I like to think that any resume that I've written looks good. I put color on it just for the headings. And, geez, do I have one on me? Let me have a look here. I think I might have something. Off for a second. The reason I'm just irked because it was Microsoft Word that starts up. It's like, I don't use Microsoft Office. I use OpenOffice because it's they don't want you to, they don't care if you sign in. It's firing it up here. Nice. Okay, yeah. All right, so obviously, resume, name, address, everything like that. Way to get a hold of you, phone, whatever it is. First thing I put an objective. And my objective is work safely and make the best use of my 20 years of skills, creativity, and imagination as a millwright in a fast-paced and large industrial environment. So it's got some keywords in there that the algorithm is going to pick up on. And then under that is previous experience, and then I start with the job I was at, my previous job before I got this one, and then the information as to where it is and who to contact, what my position was. And then I put the duties I did. That's quite extensive. You want to put the duties you did, and then under that is accomplishments. So you got to have a feeling that you accomplished something while you were there, and it shows the whoever's looking at it that, oh, this guy he's accomplished something. Like he wasn't just a warm body sitting there. Right? And I've only have 2 companies down. Mostly because those are the ones that I was with when I moved to this province. So I only have those 2. Under that, I've got skills. So make sure you write down any skills you have. Anything that comes to mind. For mine, I have like SAP and MS Office, forklift, aerial platform, ticket, confined space, H2S Alive training, fall protection, overhead crane training, first aid training, carry deck crane training, skidster training, and wheel loader training. And then that lets them know that you have enough the tickets they need for you to do the job. And then under that, I've got my education, where I went to school for getting my millwright certification. And then hobbies are under that. And, it shows that you have hobbies outside of work and you're not just going to be obsessed with work. And then, yeah, references. It's good to have some references that they can call and check and see what they think of your work ethic and all that. So, yes, we can dive a little more in depth, I think, on another episode. Stay tuned for that episode, everyone. It'll be good for those of you that want to look at a little brush up on the old resume. All right. Moving right along. Resume building sucks. Godzillionaire? Yeah, it does. It's something that you have to try to build yourself up, make yourself look better than the next guy without embellishing too much or like outright lying about what your skills are. because if you lie about it, you're gonna get found out. You know, I called into question a few guys I've worked with. It's like, are you sure you have a trades ticket? I don't believe you. I think you lied to get this job. So it's something you got to make sure you walk that fine line. Build yourself up. Make yourself look like the best choice. If you lie about your qualifications, you'll get found out unless you're a politician or in management. Yes, exactly. That's how it goes. You know, if you tell a guy that says he's a welder to go weld something, and he comes back and it looks like, you know, a 2-year-old did it, I would question that fella. I really would. I'd be like, okay, where'd you go to school? Can I see your ticket? You know, stuff like that. Oh, yes, and pull up. You know what's coming next, everybody? Everybody's favorite part is picture time. It's picture time. Time for some work pictures. I just gotta pull them up here. There we go. Switch over to here. Boom, there you go. I said I was a welder, not a good welder. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Okay, what are we looking at here? Well, this is the framework of I-beams and such that hold up 2 pumps. There's a further back picture of it. Yes, it is in it was last year, it looks like, where we still had some ice covering this. This is a drain pond, a drain out pond, or a collection pond, where all the storm water drains out of the plant and goes into this pond here. And then, because it's a low spot, and then it gets pumped out to a high spot. Because our elevation is, I think we're below grade, actually. So we have to have a lower spot for the water to drain out when it rains, and then a place to pump it out to. And we're using a trash pump right now, because these ones won't be able to go down far enough because there's ice blocking the way. So we had to chip through the ice, put the hose in there. And there is a reason I'm getting at this. You'll see. And there's the other side of it. You can see, covered in ice. There's the back side of it, where all the where it drains into. This is a little later on. This is later on in the year. You can see the screen has been eaten away, and now stuff can get in there to clog the pumps because the screen is just it's just eaten away, corroded to nothing. There's a little better shot of it still. No, this is the back side we're looking at. And the water drains along in here, as you can see. All the banks here. We really should get a grate all in there and clean all that out just to make it so it holds more water. But we'll have to... It's been one big turtle. You know it, DJ Ronnie G. Welcome. Good to see you. So that's that, okay? So we're getting up to a project here. So you can see, before we pump this out, we have to take samples of the water. So the water's got to be sampled before we can pump it out, so that we can show that to Environment Canada that, you know, we're not pumping poisonous stuff into the other pond. Godzilla is too civilized to be a vandal, like your turtles are. Okay, so that's that one. We'll shrink this guy down. Oh, by the way, did I tell you guys I really like the Brave browser. This thing is awesome. I'm glad that AC turned me onto it. He's like, hey, you got to use Brave. You know why? You can use your own backgrounds. You can put your own backgrounds on here. So, of course, I use anime backgrounds because those are the best backgrounds. Anyway, MSI, DJ Ronnie G, MSI. That's my gaming laptop. I use that for all my streaming stuff. What's up? Back up here, go here, here, boom. All right. So where I was showing you guys before, Yamato, yeah, and Boba. Yeah, nice, of course, yeah. You're a big fan of MSI? Right on. So as you can see, they dug this out to they're going to put a platform in so it's a little safer to collect water samples. Because right now it's pretty hairy trying to get a water sample. There's another shot of it here. Is that a damn dam? No, it's just it's like a well. It's a well with two pumps inside, and you'll see soon enough. There's another shot of how they're clearing away that area. They're making room for a platform, and how they're doing that is by, for you guys that don't know, hydrovacuum. So this hose right here is the hydrovac hose. And what they do is they take high pressure water. There's a little better setup. So you can see that's the backside I was showing you before. And now they're clearing it out with the hydrovac machine. And there it is. There's the hose. There's another shot from the other side. I'm just trying to catalog everything. Just looking at all the things they're removing dirt around. And they exposed some of the electrical that was buried, which is exactly how you're supposed to do it. You use high pressure water, and you use the vacuum, and you will not damage any of the underground utilities, as you would if you used a excavator. Mega Maid switch from suck to blow. Nice. The hose cleaning the back end. Whoa, oh, hose, not hose. Yes, so they make like it's a slurry. And here's a good video I took of how they're doing it. So you got the wand there with the high pressure, and there's the arm of the hydrovac machine. And you just spray all around, and you stir up the dirt, make it into a slurry, and it gets sucked away by the vacuum. And this is how they expose the underground utilities. Now what they were doing here was looking where the utilities were, because they have to put in some pilings for support. And that's the proper way to do it. You put pilings in the ground, and that way you'll have it so that your platform you put on there won't sink or move around. It'll stay in a nice level position. The upright well pipe would make a great telescope pier. Really? I got another video here. I think it's a little shorter though, just showing the setup. One person working, 3 people watching, of course. They're not city workers, but sometimes, you know, you think about it. I believe the next one I got is, there we are. This is how they put pilings in the ground. So they arrive with a truck, and it's got a crane on it, and the trailer's hauling the pilings around, and they're screw piles. So sometimes you've seen old shows where they're hammering the pilings into the ground. That's the old school way to do it. I believe they do it now is just screw piles, where they just use the giant drill to drill them into the earth. And we'll see this too. Right now they're getting set up. You're not even kidding. People bolt those pipes to concrete foundations or small slabs, like a small pour, often buried post with bolts on top. Oh yeah, and pipe drivers are cool. Welcome back, Jake D. Let's see how they do here. I think I got them where they were pulling the screw piles off and setting them up. Takes a little bit though. I was getting a little impatient. We'll have to see here. Okay, and he gets out of the way, and he should put a tagline on. Yeah, it looks like he's got it on there. There we go. You can see it's got some flights on the end there. Obviously like a drill. It's going to help pull it into the ground and stabilize it. I'm just trying to get a little better. I'm moving. That's why the camera's shaking. I'm moving a little bit just to get a better shot of it. He should set it down on a sawhorse so that he can grab it. Try to get a little bit of a close-up there. And he knocked it over. So, yeah, be careful, man. Be careful. No. Yeah, he's got to get over there now. Okay. And yes, I believe the last one here has it where it's resting on there. Go, and yeah, you unhook the crane, take the slings off. Dub the Benny Hill theme over this. Yeah, you know, it's called Yakety Sax. That's the name of the song that they use. I'd have to speed it up a bit. You like that GIF, DJ Ronnie G? I try to pick something that's pretty good, pretty comical. I still like the one with the guy stepping on the board and the other guy catching it in the nuts. That was comedy gold. All right, well, he should line up the end there. The ground looks strange. Foreign. You thought it looked fun there, Jake D, getting swung around by that harness by the with the excavator? There you go. They're trying to keep the job site clean, I guess. Putting the slings up there. Sign you up. Yeah, excavator rides. Here we go. So he's got 3 large bolts, because this thing should fit right over the end there. And there's holes in the pipes that line up with the holes in the end of that thing. Yeah, there we go. You gotta go down a bit more. Yeah. Go. He's going to stick those in there. So it's a little shaky. The camera I'm using is just a Canon PowerShot, but yeah, it's a little shaky. It's a tiny camera, so anytime you zoom in, things are going to be real shaky. Here we go. All that crack I snort on the job, Jitters. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Yeah, he's gotta work it out there. He's gotta extend there. His partner's crawled down into the dugout there, and he's going to make some measurements so they have it lined up in the right spot. I'm not sure what that other guy's hopping in there for, but we'll see. Probably explain to him where exactly it's supposed to go. Because they only put 3 in. This is the last one. They have 2 in already, and I might be able to. I might have zoomed in on them, so you'll see that there's 2 in there already, and this is the. I'm glad I caught the last one because I really wanted to get this on not tape, just get it on video for you guys. Thought it was would be a good show for you. For those that have never seen screw piles getting put in, this is how they do it. So yeah, you can see better the flights that are on that one coming in. Should help grab and pull it into the ground. Once again, welcome everyone from the Twitch side and from YouTube and Rumble, those who may be here. We're just watching the installation of some screw piles. Something that you've never seen before. This is how it's done. And once these are done, they're going to come in and they will cut them to size, put caps on them, and then they will set a nice platform on top of them, just to make it easier to take water samples safely. And this was all brought up because during a safety audit, it was pointed out that in order to get water samples, you have to stand on the edge of the bank, and it can be quite dangerous. So management decided to do something about it. And they're like, okay, well, we'll do something about it. We'll send it out to an engineering firm, and they'll come in and they'll have a look and see what our options are. And yeah, this is the end result. It's almost complete. We will have a new platform to stand on and take samples from. Water in Ohio? Uh-oh, what's wrong with Ohio? Something else happened now? I feel sorry for those people that live in Ohio. It's like everything is coming to get them. So as soon as, there you go. Oh, yeah, he's going to start rotating it. There we go. I think the vac truck did quite a bit of the work too, locating where the holes have to go. So I don't think this thing has to work very hard. I have seen some screw piles where the entire top has been twisted because there was so much torque on it. It's pretty crazy looking. You don't think they can take anything else? No, I don't think so either. Okay, so he's gonna always maintain the levelness of this, so that's why he put a level on the side of that thing. And he's got to take the measurements. You got to make sure it's in the right spot. Those guys are measuring just to make sure it's going to be in the right spot. And he's got that level on there just to make sure it's not going in crooked. It's got to go in straight up and down. Looks like he's a bit of an angle there. I like the helper. He's like, yeah, this, that, yeah. There you go, that way and that way. You're going to do your x-axis, and then you're going to do your y-axis. And then taking the measurements, making sure you're in the right spot. Okay, so you're going to fire it up again. There we go. He's spinning. Axes? What are the Germans and Italians up to now? They're up to no good, mein Herr. They're plotting to take over the world. So you know, you need the axes. Well, still working at it. I don't know, he's got to keep that upright a little better. There we go. It's coming down now. I couldn't get any closer because they had the area roped off, so we weren't allowed past the tape they had up, keeping non-essential personnel out of that area. There they go. Yeah, still putting her down. And I thought I don't know, they look like 20 feet long poles to me. 20 foot, maybe 24 foot long posts. Pilings, I guess you're going to call them. And I think they're just about got it to the height they want. And there we go. I think he's pulling out the pins. Looked like it anyway. Taking some more measurements. "20 feet, you say? You will be an Imperial Baradayat, comrade. We use both in Canada, Jake D. I speak Imperial and metric." So he put it down about, I don't know, 6 meters. Ha! Take that. Yeah. Not sure what they're doing. For now. Let's see what I got here for time left. Okay, about a minute to go on this video. Not sure if they're just trying to straighten it up a bit. Twist her down a bit more. It was a nice day to do it too. Nice and sunny. I don't think it was too windy out for them. It was just a good day overall to get out there and put some pilings in the ground. Awful lot of talking, not a lot of working though. And there you go. That's the end of the video there. Suffice to say, they did get all of them in there, and that's where they sit for now until the guys come out and cut them to height, and they'll put some plates on them. And then the next time, the contractor will come out and put a brand new galvanized platform on there. And hopefully they'll weld it on and we'll be good. Good to go. Can take all the samples we want safely and efficiently. And that's what it's all about. You want to go home at the end of the day. You don't want to go home injured or go to the hospital. You want to go home safe and sound, like you came to work. That's the objective. Should be the objective of every tradesman out there. Don't take unnecessary risks. You have a lot of people depending on you, whether it's your wife and your kids or your parents or whoever it might be. They are all depending on you to come home again, rather than being in the hospital or worse, end up in the morgue through a workplace accident. So try to not take shortcuts and do what you can to keep yourself safe. Use all your PPE and be aware of what's around you. Is that your kind of job, Jake D? Who knows? Maybe one day, after you get your IT, you can go and be a piling helper. But yeah, there you go. Finish off with some nice looking Blair on my Brave browser, because that browser is awesome. I'm glad I was introduced to it. The kind where you talk more than work? Duh. Yep. Well, what kind of job would you have where you talk more than you work? Awooga! Yes. If you haven't watched Soul Eater, I recommend watching Soul Eater. It is very good. It's done by Studio Bones, and they do a good job. So, if there's any questions out there, feel free, post them in the chat. I can answer whatever yours may be. And just want to say welcome out there, everybody on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. Broadcasting on Rumble, because that seems to be the place now. And you can always tune in to me every Tuesday, as I am your Trades Talk commentator, or, expertise? Well, I don't know, expert about it, but in my own trade, I guess I am. We talk at New York City OTI mainframe operations. There you go. So there's your job, Jake D. You get on with DJ Ronnie G. They talk. Yeah, it sounds like they deal with mainframes, which, that's pretty cool. So yeah, no questions, anybody? Nothing? That's okay. Not a problem. Just remember, Friendly Neighborhood Pop is always here for you. You got trades questions, I try to answer them best of my ability. I will have some guests on coming up. I know someone for sure in June. I will have a heavy equipment technician on. You guys can hear what her journey was to be in the trades. You're going to make up a question? Okay. Hey, DJ Ronnie G, shoot. While we're doing that, we'll just look through some of the backgrounds I got for the Brave. Macross Frontier, that's Cheryl Nome and Ronka Lee. That's Ariza, I think, from 801 TTS Airbats. Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Devil Hunter Yoko. Misa Hayase from Macross. This is a big group. They got a bunch of girls in here. I only recognize like maybe 2 or 3 of them. Orihime, Sakura, Nami. Reiju, Sanji's sister from One Piece. Yamato from Kantai Collection. One time your friend was using a bobcat to move snow. How much wood would a woodchuck if a Chun-Li? Yeah, waifus. I mean, what else do you have for a background? Waifus is where it's at. He said if the bucket was in use when the engine stalled, the hydraulic fluid would have been leaked out all over the place. If the bucket was in use when the engine stalled, that hydraulic fluid would have been leaked all over the place. You only have a leak if there's if the hose breaks, or if you have a leak at a fitting. If you use the bucket, which is normal operation, which is usually the tilt cylinders. An engine failure, because the engine is connected to the hydraulic pump. So if the engine stops, the pump stops. There might be some stored pressure, but it should not spray anywhere unless there's a hole. If there's a hole in a hose, that's what's going to happen. But other than that, if you're using the bucket in the air and your engine shuts off, it just sits there. Like nothing should happen. That's what you thought. Okay, good. Hydraulic injection, the ultimate fat loss plan. Yes, if you're squeamish, do not look up hydraulic injection. If you get a hydraulic injection in your hand, you have to go as fast as you can to the hospital. They will fillet you like a fish where the injection is and clean all of the fluid out, because the fluid has ingredients in it that will eat the fat in your hand. And it is not pretty, and it can kill you. So Do not, and I repeat, do not stick your hand in front of any kind of hydraulic leak. If you suspect there's a leak, get a piece of cardboard, a piece of wood, put it in front of the leak or suspected leak. Do not use your hands. It's the absolute worst thing you can do. Also, do not look up sounding. It's not what you think. I am not going to look that up, because I don't even want to wonder what that is. Now that you've given me the warning, DJ Ronnie G, I appreciate that. Yes, hydraulic fluid is hot. It will get hot because it goes through such small orifices. And it just from being worked through the pump, it gets hot. You have, well, now I have to. Okay, Jake D. Because you have hydraulics on your mountain bike. Is it run by a pump? If it's not run by a pump, then I think you'll be okay. It doesn't burn, but it's usually at rest during maintenance. Yes. Yes, as it should be. Perform all maintenance with it at rest. You are the pump. Okay. Very good. There we go. We've got Bayonetta up there. Ah, look. It's Moriyuki from Yamato 2199. Unexpected. Yeah, industrial hydraulic pressure is usually like 3,000 psi Godzillionaire. And up, by the way. I think sometimes it gets up into the 5,000 psi range. But yeah, it's I've had one of those hoses explode on me before. But I mean by not on, like, it didn't spray me, but I was like standing beside it, and it was just boom, and that was scary because I had to break into a run to go shut the pump off so I wouldn't pump all the hydraulic fluid all over. That was pretty crazy. No, the fluid is not always red. It, depending on the brand, I guess. A lot of it is clear or has a yellow tinge to it. But I guess it depends on the manufacturer who you're getting it from. You prefer hydraulic injection instead of sounding? Whoa, okay then. There's our favorite archaeologist from One Piece. More Bayonetta. More Robin. And I freaking love battleships. Anyways, I think we're going to wrap her up here, everybody. A little Blair. Oh, there we go. In the bath. Robin Chuan. There you go, Jake D. No, back to that one. It's just random every time I hit the home button, so. Oh, a starship discussion with Tron and you? Hey, that would be alright. I do like my starships. What a time to be alive. Well, let's wrap her up for the night. What do you say, guys? I just want to thank everyone that came out today. Jake D, Godzillionaire, the Phantom Hooligan stopped by. I assume that was cash money. The Nerdporial Lifeform was in the house. Our friend Angry Canadian, he stopped by. Did I say Godzillionaire? I said Godzillionaire, didn't I? Of course. Everyone's favorite kaiju. DJ Ronnie G was here. Our tech expert. And anyone that was watching on Twitch or on Rumble. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Slap the like button. or give me a follow or whatever it happens to be on whatever platform you're watching me on. Tell your friends, spread the word. There's this guy that's on YouTube and all these other places every Tuesday talking about the trades. Why does he do it? Well, he thinks it's important that people know about them. There's other good channels out there too. We're trying for Friday. Oh, Friday. I'm taking my mother out for Mother's Day dinner. DJ Ronnie G. So, if you give me a time, I'll see if I can make it. But if not, because I don't go out on Sundays because everybody's going out for Mother's Day on Sunday. So I figure I'll take her out on Friday, and that'll be good, Harlem resident known simply as Tron. Your dad's name is Pop? Of course it is. And I'm all right for a Canadian. Thanks. You won't get a cross check from me then, That's my signature move. Whenever I'm arguing with somebody in the chat or whatever, it's like, oh, you are getting such a cross check. Convert me one day. Just tell her to skip this year. Yeah, Mom, you're all right. Just don't worry about it. So far, aiming at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. That is 7 p.m. Eastern is 5 p.m. my time, and that's exactly when our reservations are for. So it doesn't look like it. You wanted Punk Waddle, but you'll have to get him another time. He's a busy guy. You got that right. Old Punk Waddle. I enjoy listening to him. He's got some good ponderances. So anyways, the other channels that are out there. Pacific 414. If you haven't seen Mike's channel, you should go check it out. Same with Blaine at Blaine's Escape Corner. His escape corner is the escape from reality we all need every once in a while. There's Ronin66 and DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon the Anime Guy and the Nerdporeal Lifeform. There's our very own Angry Canadian. He's got a channel too. He's on the mend, so we wish him speedy recovery. There's Whoopa, who appears on Dadman Walking. They talk about sports. And Punk Waddle is at Floral from Under a Rock, and his own channel as well. So tune into that. I'm out there on Discord. It's called The Shop, where all the tradesmen hang out. I'm on Twitter. Sometimes Twitter gets on my nerves, so I try not to spend a lot of time on it. I got some videos up on Rumble, mostly because Rumble is not as heavy-handed as YouTube with the old copyright slaps. Coming up then, Saturday, is video game stream day. And I've started The Hobbit for the Game Boy Advance. Sunday is Anime Chat Day. And the theme for this month is video games that have been turned into anime, or conversely, anime that has been turned into video games. So tune in to see which ones I picked. If you were around for the last one, the ones that I had picked were Valkyria Chronicles, which is a game and an anime. Bayonetta has a game and an anime. And Soul Eater, which has a game and an anime. Punk Waddle has to ponder the great questions of life. Yeah, hey, thanks for my consideration. Hey, no problem, DJ Ronnie G. If any other time, no problem, I'd be there. And tomorrow is Waifu Wednesday on Blaine's Escape Corner. Yeah, Waifu Wednesday? Yes, Jake D. You should tune in. Waifu Wednesday. You go through all the lists of best waifus, or you bring your own list. And you're like, hey, Blaine, look at my list. Valkyria, yes. Selvaria. From Valkyria Chronicles, waifu material. Prime waifu material. Steins Gate is another great game to anime. Oh, Godzillionaire. There you go. I didn't even have that one down. And I also haven't played the game either. With these ones that I brought up, I have played the game. So. Where was I here? Yes, Sunday anime, and then we'll full circle around again to Trades Talk Tuesday. And you guys will get to see what I got coming at you next time on Trades Talk Tuesday. As for tomorrow, in case anyone wasn't aware, it was my birthday on the Friday. I reached a milestone. I am now 50 years old. And on Wednesday, tomorrow, it's going to be a birthday celebration stream. So I'll be on for a chill stream. We can just kick back, relax, and chat about, anything you guys want. I will have people come on. I'll have like a link in the chat, and you can click on it and join in if you feel inclined to do so. And we can just sit around and have a good old time. I'll start at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That is 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. So look for that tomorrow. I'll start putting up the advertising for it after I've done the stream here. So I hope to see you all there. And yeah, we'll have a good old time. You'd love to join? All right. We'll see you there, DJ Ronnie G. I'll get everything sorted out, and we'll have a good old time. And then we'll go for as long as we can, I guess. Or, as soon as it hits 10 o'clock here, I usually hit the bed anyway, so that's a long enough stream, I think. Until tomorrow, everyone, I am very grateful you came here, and I am going to be heading off now. Until tomorrow, I've been Pop Culture Mechanic, and I am signing off.